someone asked you tomorrow to write a script about your life, and you wrote down a script and handed it to the director, and he made that into a whole movie, and the actors acted out the script exactly the way that you wanted them to, according to the script that you had written. And then the movie comes out and you're watching it and you're getting mad because the script wasn't executed the way that you wanted, but it was executed precisely to the way that you had written it down. Would you be mad at the actors and actresses, or would you be annoyed by yourself because you had written it that way? It's your girl T here, back with a Ttime Tuesday vid, yeah? I know y'all are having a beautiful, blessed day because we're tea timers. It's absolutely what we do. Our affirmation of the day is, I am who I say I am. We are who we say we are because we're tea timers. So the way that we present ourselves and the script that we create for ourselves is the way that it's going to play out. I wanted to discuss today, it's a similar topic to a lot of the videos I've been doing lately, re-explaining how reality works so that you can get a handle on this. So many of you, I have about 10 clients right now messaging me about, I've done all the things, I've followed all the things, how come my reality isn't changing? If I could just take that one phrase and shove it in the garbage, I would help you guys quantum leap to the next level of your process. You are changing identities to become a better you. You are changing identities to experience things in a different way than you currently have been experiencing them. Along with the new identities comes new thought processes, comes new experiences, comes new ways of being. You are also doing this to show yourself and remember who you really are. You are observing things as they come along and choosing to react to said things or let those observations pass and curate like an algorithm for your TikTok if that works for you or if that does not. In marriage, for lack of a better word, with the new identity, I will give you an example. If I claim that I am rich, everything I experience, if that new declaration stays clean, meaning I stay in that declaration of I am rich, should be rich experiences. I should be experiencing things being easy to purchase, experiencing money being no big deal, experience people maybe paying for things for me, experience the richer things in life. What happens, generally speaking, is when we declare those things, a bill will pop up. Somebody will surprise us with a need for money. Can I borrow this from you? Can I borrow that? Something in our reality breaks where we have to pay for it, and we might not 3D wise have the cash to fork over at that very minute. That is the moment when we have a decision to make. Do we stay in our declaration that I am rich? Money's easy for me. The bills will take care of themselves. Money will always come to me consistently or effortlessly. Or do we succumb to the quote unquote test that the 3D is giving us, that we go back to the, oh my God, I'm so broke. How am I going to do this? What do I need to do to fix this? How am I going to come up with this money? I don't have this money, da 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 da. Which is what a lot of us will do. We'll side rail back to the old way of thinking, old identity of being broke. With SP, same thing. I wake up in the morning, I declare I'm SP's husband or wife. As a husband or wife, you would expect texts from SP. You would expect that they would be loyal, they would be loving, they would choose you every single time. You expect that you chose this life partner that walks through life with you hand in hand, and you guys are aligned on so many different levels. You're going along. I'm SP's husband or wife. The 3D quote unquote tests you, and you see a picture of them on Instagram or Facebook with another person of whatever sex they're interested in. Do you go down the road of, oh my God, they're cheating on me. Oh my God, I'm not with them. Oh my God, how could they do this to me? Or do you secretly say to yourself, even if you're in 3D no contact, they're my husband or wife. They'll find their way back. All good. These are the real life situations that occur that will make or break who you are, what you're experiencing, how you're going to roll through life. This is why every coach and their uncle tells you, secure your identity and your life will get better. So many of you are blowing off who you are as an identity and jumping straight into, as an example, SP manifestation techniques. Jumping on the, oh my God, this subliminal is going to do it for me. Jumping on, oh my God, they've started texting me, so now my world is better. You need to secure who you are as a specific identity. When you're observing everything that's happening in your world, you need to decide what things happen for you and what things don't. Who are you? What are the experiences you go through? What flies for you? What doesn't? Is everything you experience, every worry you have fake, or is it true? How quickly do you receive your manifestations? Is it 3 days or less? Do you receive them quickly, easily, and effortlessly? Is everything coming to you at a millisecond, or does it take years for you to receive your manifestation? No matter what you do, does everything you do work? Are you all knowing? Meaning you already have enough information, you don't need any more because you are all that is, so you experience all there is to experience because you are all that is. How is love for you? Is love easy? Does love always work out for you? Or do you just go with whatever's showing up in your reality and decide that decides how love is for you? Are you the person experiencing the love of your life? Are you the person experiencing the best financial place you've ever been in? Are you the person experiencing only great things, only positive vibes in your reality? Are you a whole, healthy, complete identity, or are you a broken, lost, need to work on themselves identity? Are you the type of person who lets things slide, or are you the type of person that is reactive to everything that you see? These are things that we want to iron out before we navigate through our identity on individual specific things. I'm telling you this from my own experience of avoiding looking at myself, avoiding focusing on myself, avoiding deciding who I am, and jumping straight into a specific manifestation, becoming obsessive with it to the point of almost being sick, and when it came in, wondering why it went straight back out. When you can focus on yourself and decide how things work for you on every facet of your life, you are building a strong foundation where all your manifestations can come in almost seamlessly because you have such a strong identity of who you are. Have you ever walked into a group of people and there's one person that is so self-assured that you automatically click onto them because it's like they know where they're going and how they're going to get there, and they are a natural leader, and it just makes you feel so safe and secure knowing that you can follow them and they know what direction they're going in and there's no question, and it makes you feel like that person is the person that you want to take up after because they are so strong in themselves. This is who we are wanting to be. This is who we are deciding we are going to be. We know ourselves so well. Nothing outside of us can hurt us because we are so internally satisfied with ourselves and so internally secure within ourselves that whatever happens out there doesn't affect as much what happens in here because we are so self-assured. Another point of interest, validating yourself. You're missing your SP. I'm going to die. I need contact with my SP in the 3D, or I feel like my world is shattering. Give it to yourself. Hear them say something to you that reflects your new identity. I've been in love with you since the moment I saw you. You're so amazing. Y'all have had contact in the 3D at some point with your SP. Let them talk to you in your 4D up here and let it be heard up here. We're all connected through our energy, so let them say the thing up here that you want to hear out here, and it will reflect out here. Do you know how many times I hear from people, my SP came back and they recited every single affirmation I've ever said. They recited every conversation I've ever said. It's because we are all connected by energy, so they can hear and they think it's their own thoughts that they're hearing when you're saying things over and over. You have all had a fight with somebody in your mind, and when you see that person in the 3D, the fight goes exactly the way that you see up here. It is not a coincidence. It is not a synchronicity. It is because up here, you are mentally rehearsing for what will happen out here. Again, back to the original analogy. If you were to write a story about your life and you wrote it and the director executed it with 100% precision, would you be mad at the people acting it out and how it played out, or would you be upset with yourself if it didn't go the way that you had intended it to? You would most likely go and rewrite the script in a different way so that it looked differently on the screen. we are all throwing popcorn and chips and candy at the screen, hoping it will change, as opposed to going back to where it's projecting from and changing that script. It is here first, there second, information to take back here to change what is happening out here. So many of you are getting upset and saying you're getting sick, getting lost in the sauce about what's happening out here. You're letting the 3D control you. You're letting the 3D be your boss, when you should take that information and say, oh, that was a misdirection in focus. I'm going to go back in here and remind myself of who I am identification-wise. Who do I identify as? If I am the person who is married to my SP, this doesn't affect me because we're already married. So this has no pull on me. If I am that rich person, this has no pull on me because I am rich. That is the faith element in this equation. That is where you have to let the 4D, the subconscious, do its thing and catch up to who you are identifying as now. But most of y'all are losing it at the faith portion because you're not seeing 3D validation that it's going to work out. This is where we go back to the piece where I say, if you are not strong enough to satisfy yourself in how manifestation works, write a list of things that do not matter to you and say these will manifest within the next week. Let them roll out and see how quickly they come to you, to keep proving to yourself as you check them off the list that what you imagine up here happens out here. Y'all need to wrap your mind around the fact we are constantly observing things, and when we identify with said things we're observing, we then latch on to that being a truth in our reality. If you're observing something and it brings you the ick and you don't like it, you have the beautiful opportunity to say, I don't like that. It doesn't apply to my new identity. I am not allowing that into my reality. This does not affect me because I am now said identity, said identity, said identity, said identity. You have to look at your nonsensical thoughts as toddlers in the back seat trying to get your attention, and you're ignoring them and you're telling them to piss off because that isn't allowed in my reality. What is your new identity? If I was to ask you right now who you are, I guarantee you 99% of you would start with your job, would start with who you coached yourself to think that you want to be, and it would end there. If you ask me who I am right now, I would say I'm all that is. I am everything. I have da-da-da-da-da, I experience da-da-da-da-da, and so on and so forth, because I have a very curated identity of who I am now. And you bet your ass that it plays out in my 3D reality, because I remind myself throughout the day who that said person is. And when I observe something that doesn't match the person I am declaring to be, I do not allow it to affect me, because I know that what I do up here comes out through here into the 3D. When I see things in the 3D that don't align to my new identity, I remind myself again of who I am and what I am to experience. I'll give you an example. I went to a comedy club 2 days ago with my son, and I decided that I'd be front row and I would basically be part of the show, because they would be so fixated on us and giving us the gears about all the things that we are. Guess what happened? I went to a comedy club. As soon as we walked in, she goes, you want to sit front row? We sat literally kissing the microphone. The whole show, we were heckled by the comedians. And after the show, we were so integrated into the show, people were asking if we were part of the show. It was super fun. I had a great time, and it played out exactly the way I said it was going to. Why? Because I was with conviction certain that's the way it was going to go. This is the conviction we need to have in our identity. No matter what we see, no matter what we think we're going to see, we need to identify as the new identity and the person who says and does what it is that we say we're going to say and do. We need to be rock solid, standing on business in our new identity. If you're SP's husband or wife, be SP's husband or wife. Every time you miss them, give it to yourself. Every time you have a doubt, see them telling you that they love you. Every time that you're tempted to go stalk their Facebook, don't do it. Stock it in your mind. See you two as the couple on their Facebook page. See the pictures of y'all at the bottom of the Facebook page. See how people are jealous of your relationship because you guys are goals, etc. If you're the person who has all the money in the world, be the person who has all the money in the world. You don't need 3D money to go shopping and decide, I can buy that, I can buy that. I'm not going to buy it right now, but I can buy it. If you are the epitome of health, see yourself as such way. That might entail you putting on some running shoes and going for a walk when you haven't walked in 500 years. That might entail you looking at healthier options when you eat. That might entail every time you pop something into your mouth saying, no matter what I eat, I get skinnier. No matter what I eat, I get healthier. If you have decided that you're going to kick some unhealthy thing that's happening to you, decide you are perfection now, and perfection will catch up with you. You see all the success stories. You see what works for people. You see how identity shifting is enhancing everybody's lives. But you're choosing to go the other way because it's more comfortable for you, and it's more comfortable for you to complain about how things aren't working out for you. You could also be the identity that it's not working. I hear this all the time. It's not working. The 3D's not catching up. That's an identity choice. You're the identity that it's not working for and things aren't catching up. But if you've already declared that you have said thing, what is to catch up and what is not working? You already have that thing, so there's nothing that couldn't not work because you already have what you say you have, so there's nothing to work. It is or it isn't. You are or you aren't. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all are being that new identity every single day. I know y'all are the best that ever was because tea timers, that's how we roll. If you have questions about any of this, you know what to do. I absolutely love y'all, but not as much as y'all should be loving yourselves. Have a beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Bye.